Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This will go to Henry out wide. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles, it looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly, I know, quickly changed the tone of this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Pushing his way through. They can't tackle it. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's his... for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. Hurts.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
That's going deep for Bateman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And all the Jackson, Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it back. With it, Brand. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll set up to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose.
Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert, and the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Jackson now, rolling to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Jackson from the shotgun. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the... They came in prepared, had an excellent game. Well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Quick slant, Dotson. And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Hurts. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
So after... Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Flushed out right. The 20. And they'll have... zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So they elect.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now it's Jackson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw is Jackson. Sliding out of the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll throw now on the final play. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have come to halftime.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Powering his way forward.
And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the count.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
38 yards.
And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense. That last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Hurts.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll drop the throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Ravens offense back out there. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Barkley, inside handoff. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Quick slant here to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on second down. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Jackson now. Rolling to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Jackson.
Throwing quickly for Mark Andrews.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And
they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Obviously. Such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's complete to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really.